Hello, Just2Good here, and look what I finally finished. The Ghostbusters HQ set. Now, this may have been a build that took 9 hours for you guys, but it actually took me 1 year and 6 months to finish this. And that's because I built it in parts. You know, I was in the middle of moving, I was in schooling, and all this stuff, so I didn't have the exact time to build it. And now keep in mind, I'm not the biggest Ghostbusters fan. I mean, I watched it as a kid, it's nostalgic to me to an extent, and you know, it is this classic movie, I can't deny that, but it's not one of my favorite classics. I'm more of a Back to the Future guy for the 80s movies. But the design of this is fantastic. It's by the incredible Marcos Bessa. It opens up like this, and it's very reminiscent of some of my favorite sets like The Simpsons House and Quickie Mart. They're both by the same designers, and they both have the same feel. And this is jam-packed just like those sets, with little details that are for fans of the movie, but also for people who don't really care about the movie. You'll find appeal in it. And they have some very creative builds with some nice part usage all over. One of my favorites is this little pool table, which I think is one of the most clever builds in any LEGO set. I love how they designed that with the amount of pieces they use and the size to keep it minifigure scale. They use a lot of studs not on top techniques there, and it's just a great, fantastic build. I also like the little computers they have throughout the set because they're those older style computers which are a little bit nostalgic to me. This design for a lot of these smaller builds, like this table right here, is fantastic. This is my favorite level. I think the second floor is like the best floor because it has some of my favorite builds, like this arcade right here. And also it has the refrigerator, which I think this is one of the most clever builds, where they use these mailbox pieces, as I call them, sideways, and they've executed a near perfect refrigerator. I love how that just turned out. And it's cool because these little details you can just kind of pull out, and they'll get stuck on these little jumper pieces, so you can easily reapply them. One of my least favorite parts of the set is actually in this little design right here with these chairs. I think these chairs are very bad because they just keep sliding off. If they used maybe conventional chairs that were stuck to the floor, that might have looked a little bit less creative, but it would have been a better choice in my opinion because these sliding off is very annoying. The design for this pantry is great as well. I love the whole stove top and pantry look right there. There's the bedroom right there. There's a fantastic bathroom, which even has a little mirror. I love how they used this bowl piece for the little sink, and how they kind of have this goo flowing out of the toilet, which the toilet build's also great as well. I mean, it's just flowing with builds. I mean, there's like the little lab build right here. There's this fireman pole that goes all the way down to the first floor, which the first floor is very good as well. You have the 3 proton pack closets. I guess they didn't put Zed more because, you know, he did kind of come in later in the movie, so when they rented out this place, they just had 3 available. That's just my guess. But this design right here, the receptionist area, is fantastic as well. You have another appearance by the computer. There's actually 3 computers in this set. You have unpacked boxes, so they're still kind of moving in. One thing I don't like about this bottom part, though, is apparently you can't fit the Ecto-1 in here unless you modify it a little bit. So I'm going to have to find my Ecto-1 and kind of modify it to see if I could fit it inside there. But the reason I did this video was because I know I'm not going to be able to do a full video review of this, because if you see already, the colors are off and everything in this video because this is a little bit too big for my display. So when a set is like taller than this right here, it gets to the point where it would look really bad if I do a video review of it, because the lighting will get all fluctuated and it'll just look very cheap and not up to quality. So that's why I kind of want to do this quick vlog-ish type review right here. And the last part of the set, which I avoided, was the minifigures. And now the minifigures are great. I like the exclusive variants of some of the older characters like Peter Venkman and Slimer. And I wish there was kind of a exclusive variants for the other Ghostbusters, like, for example, Ray Stantz should have had a new hairpiece, as I still don't think that other one fits him too much. But I do like the exclusive characters as well, like Dana and Louis Tully, and also on the bottom right here with Janine and the exclusive library ghost, which I remember that used to scare the heck out of me as a kid, and also the zombie taxi driver, which is just a really cool, kind of creepy design. I also like these little unnamed ghosts. I just like how they reused that piece from the Ninjago 2015 sets and recolored them, and they look really colorful and cool. And I like how you could kind of stick them out of the side of the building. It looks very ghouly. They even have little references to the second movie, like this little pink slime on the edge from my memory. I think that was from the second movie, and also they have the guy, Vigo. He has little pictures in here, which is a nice little reference. So he didn't just focus on the first movie, which I really like. So overall, I mean, this set isn't perfect. There's very minor flaws. Like sometimes opening this up, it kind of gets a little bit damaged, where some of the pieces fly out. And you saw maybe earlier that I was having a little bit of struggle opening and closing it. Two more minor flaws I sort of had to pull out the set for is the back of the whole building, which looks terrible in my opinion. I mean, they just leave these panels uncovered and it looks terrible. Now, this part I don't mind because usually the back of the buildings would look bad like this, but when you have these panels just exposed, it doesn't look good. They should have used that piece that has the same kind of dimensions, but it's one full brick, so both sides are kind of full. I don't know. Also, the other flaw would be this part right here, where this trash can just always falls off. It's the one right behind the light pole. It's a very bad build in my opinion, where they used a new technique, using these little grill pieces kind of to have that wired trash can feel. But in the end, it just makes for a very flimsy little part of the build and it doesn't work out. And also those chairs in the kitchen area are quite annoying. But other than that, it's a nearly flawless set. I'd give it an A if I reviewed it. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.